what is one thing that you would say that they have said right about you? If it could be anything that they have
If
criticized you about.
if it could be one thing that they could say right about me or say about me, it's that they're jealous of me and what is happening.
Balls hanging low while I pop a bottle off of your chain swinging, clang clang, and it costs a lot. Bitch, I'm always at the gully.
All right, everybody, you're tuned in into the Higglebottom Hustle Network, the only station where power meets the pressure and the truth doesn't wear a suit and tie, okay? Now, we don't sugarcoat here, we don't tiptoe around things, and we for sure as hell don't do soft interviews, okay? And today, we've got a heavyweight in the booth, the man behind the gold gates, the man inside the palace of Cayo, Perico, the empire builder, and the shadow behind the spotlight. We have the man himself, El Presidente of Cayo, Perico. Now, listen, the world's got many opinions on this man. Some call him a visionary, others might call him a tyrant, others might call him a hypocrite. He's got satellites climbing into the orbit of outer space. He's got jets going around the entire airspace. And enough controversy to make a Vinewood producer sweat bullets. Now, behind all these headlines and the high walls, who is he really? And that's what we're going to find out here today, people. Let's go ahead and welcome up Presidente of Cayo Perico into the spotlight.
Hello, thank you very much for inviting me to this very
Hey,
nice
Mr.
podcast.
Presidente.
It's quite nice here.
No problem. Yeah. I mean, what do you think of the studio? We just got this built not too
It
long
is
ago.
fantastic. It is.
I appreciate it. Now, I mean, what are your experience here today so far? You know, in Los Santos.
Well, the people are nice. I can say that much. Some aren't as nice, but for the most part, you guys are pretty cool. I have to give it that much. The
Cool.
studio, again, I have to say, absolutely fantastic. I appreciate
I
the
yeah, for
invitation.
sure. I'm sorry that it's not fully done, but we really only
Oh,
had so much time. At least we got this part done, though. That's all that matters.
absolutely. It's
Hey,
what the
like
people see that matters. Exactly.
I know, and like I'm not gonna lie to you. I've been wanting to ask you this for a while now. You know, ever since I had to leave you guys, how's it been? You know, has anything changed for the better or for the bad, or like what's going on
I think things have changed for the better, if I had to say. Our
for the
relations
better?
with San Andreas are great. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here right now if I haven't coordinated between the two nations for this to happen. We still might have been listed as a terrorist nation, but
Yeah,
now I'm here because we have fixed things. The old El Presidente is no longer in charge. I've been gloriously watching over Cabo Rico for the better part of a year now, and it has been the best year that we've had for Cabo Rico. I can say that much.
no, yeah. I mean, I agree. I mean, when I left, things weren't the best. I mean, things were probably at an all-time like worst. I mean,
Absolutely.
San Andreas was. I mean, they completely took over the entire nation, and um,
It's okay. It's okay. Everything is fixed now. Everything is better.
everything is
We're doing
forgiven.
great.
I assume.
We have big tanks now, big
Big things.
planes, big
Oh
new
yeah,
planes on their way.
yeah. I don't know if you've seen the one of the first articles that we posted, but there was a few leaks that we got a hold
Oh,
of regarding one of your new aircraft as well as a
the
possible satellite.
Advanced Interceptor Malatok 42 or the AIM 42.
Yeah,
Absolutely fantastic piece of aviation that we have been able to achieve and create.
yeah. I mean, and you're also creating a bunch of satellites to go into space and all that. I mean,
Hmm.
what's into that? What are you looking for in that?
Well, we hope to better the world and kind of study everything that is going on and try and give our opinion on matters that concern the rest of the world. It's important for science. Our
Right, right. And I mean, let's be honest here. A lot of I'd say most of the people in San Andreas don't really like you. As a matter of fact, most of them genuinely have fear for you. Um, a lot of people also think that right now you're using the what's it called? The excuse of trying to make peace with San Andreas as a way to kind of gain dominance over people. And a lot of people are questioning whether you're doing this for the sake of your nation or if you're doing it because of just a want instead of a need.
It
But
is.
I'd like to
It
ask
is
you
an
about that.
it is an absolute need for us to have good relations with San Andreas, and we want to be able to invite the people over to our nation so our economy can prosper. If we don't have anybody that comes over, no tourism. We're a lovely island, by the way. Greatest paradise you've never been to. I can say that much. You need to go best place you'll ever go to for vacation, and it's right next door. Take a boat, fly on over. I mean, heck, it's right there. You could practically walk if you were Jesus or something. I'm just saying. It's that close. It's that nice there now. It's well secure, very protected. You're not going to get shot up like you do here in San Andreas, which happens all the time. Last week, there were 9 murders in 24 hours and nothing was done. I don't even think they caught the guy yet. You know how many murders happened in Cayo, Perico? 0. You know how many murderers are on Cayo, Perico? 0. It's good that we have good relations now to allow people to come over to us so our nations can both prosper very, very well. And I think that's important. So I think our relations, maybe some people don't like me, but right now I'm the most followed person on Trendy. And most people that I've run into, they say they really like me. So I don't know where that claim is coming from.
Well, to be fair, like I said, most San Andreans fear you, and I'd assume that they wouldn't go up to you in person and say that they don't like you to your face.
We just had the wedding recently, and I think the bride was a Puerto Rican, and there were lots of people there, and it was a really pleasant environment. I unfortunately couldn't be there, but a couple of my Puerto Rican, high-ranking officials were there, and things went pretty well until you know what happened? It got
Fan getting
shot up by
kidnapped.
some gang members, and that's quite unfortunate. That would never happen on Puerto Rico. Bring your weddings to Puerto Rico, greatest place, free drinks, free everything you could want if you have a wedding on Puerto Rico. Just saying.
Dang, okay. And um, I do actually have a question regarding a very recent news post that went on.
Sure.
Um, so I don't know if you've heard of the Outlaw News Network, but recently,
Sounds like an outlaw to me. Never heard of him.
yeah, but recently they actually accused you guys of sending a quote unquote espionage and covert operations unit down here to San Andreas. That was eventually chased down by LEO and got away in a helicopter. I'm not too sure the exact what's it called numbers, but apparently there were a few casualties within law enforcement as well as civilian casualties. And
I've heard no such thing. It is quite unfortunate that we have these accusations comes to us, and it's people like you that bring a better light on us, and people that hate us and despise us and are jealous of Puerto Ricans and our lifestyle. They just hate on us because we think a little bit differently than them, and they accuse us of heinous acts that have never happened. So that's my take on that.
yeah, I mean, me personally, and as well as everybody here at the Higglebottom Hustle Network, we did do our own mini investigation on the matter. And I already put everything in the news article, but there's really no evidence genuinely tying you guys to this event.
Unfortunately, people see something and they say, "Oh yeah, that's Kyle Perikins for sure," and they never even, want to actually check it. Somebody could say, "Oh, you're a Kyle Perican." No, you're a Kyle Perican. It's quite unfortunate that these things happen, but I mean, you're here. Do I look like somebody that's going to know you choke you out right now? Obviously not. I've been quite friendly with you. If you want, we can get you some cigars. We can have some right here on this discussion. I don't know if it'll fog up the cameras though, but yeah, it's quite unfortunate that these false accusations come to light, especially from this outlaw news network that I've never heard of.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I did say that in the article as well that people should do their own research before they jump to any conclusions. Because at the end of the day, there are a lot of false news networks out there, people. And let's be honest here, a lot of you guys are, you know, very easy falling for that. I'm sorry if I didn't word that correctly, but you guys really need to work out there, okay? Some news networks, such as, you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to say that. I'm not trying to die. But yeah. I also have another question for you. Um, Talking about news networks and accusations and all that. Out of all the news networks that critic you and all the news networks that accuse you of things, what is one thing that you would say that they have said right about you? If it could be anything that they have
If-
criticized you about.
If it could be one thing that they could say right about me or say about me, it's that they're jealous of me and what is happening in Cayo, Perico, and how great we've prospered over the past year. I think, again, it's quite unfortunate that they have to say false accusations because we think a little bit differently. Yeah, we might be communists, but heck, look at us right now. I mean, you guys got murders every day you have to report on over there. There's nothing. There's nothing happening. I think it's a little bit of jealousy, if I had to say, but I have to say I welcome all of you that come to Cayo Perico with open arms if you come for vacation. Now, if you come with hostile threats, might be a little bit different story. But please, if you want to come to Cayo Perico, come now. It'll be the greatest thing you've never done yet.
Now, I think the majority of people know that you guys are a communist country.
Mm-hmm.
And on that topic, I think I myself have been curious, and I think a lot of people have as well. The communist nation that you are the leader of. I personally have been very curious about this, and I'm sure many other people have been as well. Um, are we ever going to see Puerto Rico run, maybe an open dialogue and maybe consider being a democracy at any point, or is this always going to be something that would be your show, something that you'd run?
So actually, I got voted into power. I don't think many people know that. So I think for these news networks out there that falsely accuse me, look in that first. I did get voted into power by my people. So when it comes to elections, however, they'll be in the future. Right now, we're just starting. Just a year has just passed by. I think we'll do a thing every 4 years like you guys do. But so far, I think I am a great candidate. I've already shown how well things have been going here in Cayo Perico by making all of these treaties with your San Andreas. So I don't think I'll have any competition come 4 years from now. But um, when it comes to democracy, that is voting that is happening in our nation. Again, like I said, I got voted into. I have not even known that.
Well, I personally did not even know that. How did that process go? Like, how did it work?
So after our old El Presidente got, he got voted out of power. Um, my people, they went ahead and we decided together that we're going to have an election and see what candidates we can choose from. And there were a few. I think there was three people that could have been. It was one was Commandante Mike Litteris, and then the other one was one of our generals, and then myself. And my people voted me into power. It was close race by I think maybe like 5 votes or something. Um, that I was ahead of our other general. So my people decided to vote on me, and that's how it played out.
Who was the other general that you went up against?
So he actually is retired now, General Sakurva. He's
Sure.
yeah. You might
Okay.
you might have seen him maybe once or twice. He wasn't around a lot. Now we have our new general of the Costa Rican Armed Forces, Alexander Dominguez. He's a great general, great guy, But yeah, I won the race, and not a lot of people know that I was elected into power. So it's something to think of next time they want to criticize me.
Right, but that wasn't always the case, right? I'd
Correct.
assume there
Old the old Presidente it was complete dictatorship.
right, and I guess since there was a change in the way your government works now, is that what about your guys' criminal code? Because from what I remember when I was there,
Mhm.
um, I mean there was a lot of very, very, very strict rules that you guys had. Um, I'm pretty sure like you weren't allowed to have a gun, or correct me if I'm wrong, but you were executed, or there were a lot of crimes that you did that would just end up in execution. That here would end up in a much, much less severe penalty.
Our current laws have been updated, absolutely, and we have a prosperous and very well run state police organization that handles these types of crimes. Now, as for owning a gun in Cayo Perico, yes, you cannot own it as a civilian. You do get a punishment, but it is not execution. No, 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 no. That is very, very cruel. Again, reasons why the old El Presidente was vetted out of power, quite forcefully, actually. He was not given a nice um, retirement out of his position. So laws have changed, and punishments with those laws have also. So there's no longer execution for holding a gun. Yeah, we're going to take your gun, and yeah, you'll probably get a fine, but nothing like executions unless you murder somebody. Murdering is a very, very touchy thing, but it is something that needs to be taken well care of. If the murderers here in San Andreas were executed by firing squad, I don't think you'd have as many murderers. They're just locked up in jail, thrown in there for 40 years, and then let go on good behavior, and they do it again and again.
Wow. Okay. Well said. Well, I appreciate you for answering these questions truthfully, I'd assume. Now, actually, we're going to go ahead and take a really quick break. We'd like to hear a word from our sponsor, the LTD Unlimited Supermarket. Go ahead and cut to the ad.
Do you notice that you don't have any bread in the house? Do you notice that you also have no coffee to complement your donuts? Well, come on down to the Mega Mall at Postal 118 and Postal 1057. We have everything that you need. The LTD Mega Mall is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering the damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days, or as soon property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached and the carpets have been replaced.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the Higglebottom Hustle Network podcast. We're still here with El Presidente. Be sure to check out the LTD Unlimited Supermarket. They are amazing, absolutely great people. Now, Mr. El Presidente, this is a question that I'm very curious about. In the case that something were to happen to you, or maybe you just, you get voted out, or something like that, when your time's up and all that, who do you think would take up the mantle of El Presidente?
Well, I think another election would then play out. But then I think if I had to guess, our current general would probably win. He's very well known. Or maybe some smaller candidate from one of our little villages might pop up in a, fierce showdown. Or it might be one of my kids runs and continues on the legacy.
Oh, you have kids.
I do.
How many kids do you have? Did
I
you
have
say
two.
unfortunately?
I was gonna say unfortunately, my older son he passed away, in a bomb
I'm sorry to hear that.
explosion, along with my late wife. Unfortunately, it's quite sad. But now one of my younger kids, Roshan Melwani Jr., might take up arms in the event that something happens to me, or if I decide to step down, and he might want to continue the legacy, the legend of the Melwani family. So that might be
Right.
something that plays out.
You know, now that you told me you have kids, now that behind that position of being a presidente, who are you as a person? I mean, like, do you have hobbies? Like, what do you do for fun when you're not working all the time?
Oh yeah, I love to shoot guns. I love to smoke weed. I you Americans, I do a lot of stuff that you do. I play golf. I'm sure that's something
Oh my!
that
Are you
you
kidding me right
guys
now?
do.
Oh,
I
I do
am
not
a
play golf.
great.
Absolutely not.
You don't play golf. I am a
No.
great golfer. I play tennis. I swim. Um, and I occasionally get in, an attack helicopter and, use my flying skills and my piloting skills from when I was in the armed forces myself. I was a military official. I was in the armed forces for quite some time, before I attained the role of El Presidente of Cayo Perico. I fought on many wars, um, killed a lot of enemies of Cayo Perico in my past, and did the best things I could for the nation. But I am very, very into my hobbies. I love tennis. I love swimming. I love practicing my aim with my rifle, like you guys do with your Second Amendment, right to bear arms. And yeah, I do have a little garden actually. I
Oh, really? Are you into like gardening and all that stuff?
Yeah, I do. I do.
I'm not gonna lie to you. You do not strike me as the type of person.
Yeah, I love
I
my garden.
you don't strike me as the type of person to play golf at all. Oh gosh, this sucks.
It's okay. I do play golf. Actually, it is. I actually am going to come over here more and play some golf. maybe join up in a tournament. You might call me like the next Tiger Woods.
We do have a big there is a big golf course not too far
Mhm.
from the studio here. I mean, we could go after if you want.
699. Yeah, I know.
I've never played golf in my life, so I mean, maybe you could teach me a little bit.
Oh, of course, it's all about the bending the knees.
Of course. And I mean, you're more of a family man, I'd assume. Have you
Yeah.
ever has your children ever been down here, or
Once.
once? What were they
Yes.
here for when they came?
They came with me to a meeting. It was I think in America you guys call it take your kid to work day.
Oh yeah.
I'm definitely not going to take him to another meeting though. He was yeah, he was quite young, so he was a little childish, but he's very mature now, becoming a good strong man
How
like
old is he?
myself. Now he is 17.
17. Okay.
Yeah.
Is he going to join the armed forces, or
Of course he's gonna join the armed forces. I
is
hope that he does.
everybody like forced to join the armed forces? Or
Absolutely
no?
not.
No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Because I'm pretty sure there used to be something back then, like way back in the that was a requirement.
Nope.
Correct me if I'm wrong. There wasn't.
No, there was, but now
Oh,
it's not
okay.
the requirement.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Well, yeah. I think I mean, that's all the questions I have for you today. But is there
Sure.
anything that you would like to let the people of San Andreas know, or just the people in your nation as well?
My peoples are the best peoples in the entire world, I have to say. My nation, I love Perico. Perico is the best. Viva Perico. And I hope that San Andreas here in America, I hope that you might want to consider Perico on your next vacation list. As you can see, it's quite a lovely place. I'm sure you've seen lots of photos and thought, hey, maybe I want to go there. Dr. Dre comes there a lot to do some concerts, so get the
Hey,
free concert.
Dr. Dre helped me with my campaign when I ran for governor.
Yeah, see, exactly, great guy, and he comes to Perico, so why don't you come to Perico? Anyways, peoples of San Andreas, I hope all of you have a lovely, lovely day, and maybe you'll see me on the golf course. Thank you.
There you go, and there it is. All right, straight from El Presidente himself. I appreciate it, all of you guys for tuning in today, and I hope you guys all stay safe, stay hustling, okay, stay pimping. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye.
Stay pimping. Who was that?
All right, we're all
Agent-
done here.
That was
Agent,
fun.
was that you? To see if it presses
Cornelius.
under your teeth.
Cornelius,
Yeah,
hold my
yeah.
nuts.
I'm not gonna lie to
Sure.
you. Remember when when you were here in San Andreas before you went to KO? I still
Uh-huh.
remember. Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was governor, you touched me very inappropriately at some point when I was trying to get an outfit from you, and I've been scarred for life ever since.
Do you want another suit? The two Chinese boys
Oh,
screamed to me like rats in a cave. To me like rats
Recording
in a cave.
started.
This little American boy here, however, came to me for a fine gift wrap suit for his 3D
gosh.
exuberantly large planets. Turn around, good sir. Look at that. His planets are massive. You know what else is massive
Hold on.
still?
Oh my god.
Let me get a good shot of this.
You know what else is massive still? The low taper fade, and I will give him a low taper fade on his pubes if it needs to be done for his tailmanship. His suit will be so fly. All of the women will come straight to him from all across the world and say, Cornelius Higglebottom, your bottom is fantastic.
That was perfect.
Do you want to know the unfortunate thing about my name?
Yeah, you get the back shots all the time, don't
No,
you?
that's not the unfortunate thing. My name is Richard Backshaw.
Yeah,
My nickname is Backshots. What's another name for Richard?
Dick back shots.
Mm-hmm.
How's that another name for Richard?
You get the big dick back shots, don't you? Don't know.
Look, man, all I'm gonna say is I swing both ways.
Oh, that guy. I'm sure he'd want to get a suit made by me.
Hey, Higglebottom.
It's all about the way you move with the buttocks.
Yeah, 'cause
You do know how to move your
Higglebottom
buttocks.
is so big. LTD, the greatest grocery store on the planet. We're so great. It's so cool. Come to LTD at some random postal.